welcome back to my channel, Diamond Painting with Anxiety. I'm Karen, and it's time to have some coffee with Karen. So today's mug is my Rejoice mug, which I received years ago. I can't even remember how long ago it's been, as a Mother's Day gift from my grandson. You know how they have the events where they let them shop at the at school? You send them with money and then they get to go through and pick gifts. He chose this for me. I love the colors. It's got teal and earth tones. This mug does have a tiny chip here at the top, so I have to be very careful, but I love this mug and I still use it. It's got a cute little flower here on the back side too. So hopefully you've got a nice refreshing beverage. Let's have a cup of coffee and drop some drills, hopefully on our canvas and not on the floor. Okay, I think I'm ready. So today I'm working on my Crafty Mint flag salute. I bought this probably, I don't know, maybe a year or a little bit more ago. Didn't finish it for last 4th of July. So my goal is, today is June 7th. I'm hopeful that I will get this done by 4th of July this year to be able to put it up. I kind of like this one. I had forgotten that it was camouflage. It's been a while since I've even looked at it, but it's just kind of been stored between cardboard under my bed. It's held the glue field, as far as any rivers or bubbles or anything, it's held up really well. It does have this kind of parchment like paper on it, which is pretty easy to work with. I'm kind of liking that. As far as the drills and all of that, I'm going to put a clip in that I made earlier where I talk a little bit about that to kind of just explain, what's going on with my drilling experience. Not the greatest, so here comes that. Okay, so that's how I'm kind of feeling about the drills. The symbols themselves are a little bit tough to see. In fact, I'm trying to decide here whether I should turn on my light pad. I don't know if that makes it worse for you guys to see, but I think I might. Let's see. Oh, looks like my light pad is unplugged. So turning it on is not even going to be an option. I'm not going to mess with it. I've got a lot of natural light because it is in the morning, so I think I can see okay. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Super excited because today I get to use something very special for the very first time. You may have seen my video where I opened this. It's a wonderful gift that I received from Diane R. Again, thank you so much, Diane. It's my very first hand-turned pen. It is a hybrid. It's got a 6-placer on the end. I have a confession, you guys. I'm not too good with using a 6-placer. I only use 3 and 4 placers. I have tried it a few times and just, I don't know, haven't practiced enough. So this is going to be my motivation to learn to use my 6-placer. I'm sure that I can get just as good at using a 6-placer as I am with a 4-placer. So that's what I'm going to do. So this is the very first time I'm using this pen. I'm going to be using it with this Ain't Your Mama's Mud. I think that's what the company name is. It's either Not Your Mama's Mud or Ain't Your Mama's Mud. I will try to link that in the comment section below. This one is Dream Team. I absolutely love this wax. I've got a really light touch when it comes to drilling. The consistency of this just works really well for me. And to be quite honest, whatever kind of wax I use, it always lasts really well in my pen. But this particular one, will literally, seriously last me for at least 24 hours, sometimes a couple of days before I have to refill. One thing that I do find with this mud is it's a little bit difficult to get loaded, especially the first time. I'm struggling a little bit here. But once I do get it loaded, oh yeah, that's not wanting to stay in there at all. Once I do get it loaded, like I said, I'm good to go. Let's see, maybe if I press down a little bit harder. Well, I'm kind of going to squish it down in because it did pick some up that time, but it's a little, yeah, it was hard to get that in there. I don't know if it's because the pen's new or if it's because it's a 6-placer, but anyway, I'm going to squish it down. I usually squish it down on this one. I do find that my first couple of drills, I do get a little, you know, extra of the extra wax that comes out, so I find it helpful to kind of press down on a hard surface like my tray, as well as press down on a drill or two the first time. And if it does kind of ooze out, I just sort of, you know, wipe that off. Oh, that probably was not in frame, but yeah, I'm just pressing down on a drill. So let's see, what color am I going to start with? I'm super excited to use my new pen and to try out my 6-placer. Okay, how about C's, which are number 6, 451. Yeah, the colors on this particular painting are not really what you would consider to be 4th of July navy, not traditional, you know, red, white, and blue. It's kind of a camouflage sort of look, but I think that'll be good, and I think I'll be able to use it for, you know, Memorial Day and Veterans Day, and as well as 4th of July. Okay, here I go with my 6-placer. I'm just going to dive in, you guys. First thing I need is 5. And look at that, I did that. And they're even pretty straight. We'll see. I feel like you guys can't see very well. Let me try to zoom you in just a little bit. There we go. We'll just call that good. I don't know. I don't think, I say this all the time, I don't think anybody really watches anyway. To be honest with you guys, I don't. Yay, look at me, I'm 6th placing. Yeah, it's going to take some practice though. Those 3 didn't even, only 3 of them came out. Ah, I can do it. I know I can do it. A lot of times when I'm doing whip and chats, I single place, so I don't know. Maybe I'll just do that and practice my 6th placing later. But I'm going to get it. I'm bound and determined. So, let's see. Okay. I'm going to move you a little bit more. Hopefully I don't lose my drills. Okay, there we go. All right. So, hope you guys are having a great week. It was a productive week for me and a productive weekend. My grandson Wyatt actually went to my daughter Sarah's house. So it's been nice and quiet. Grandma got a little bit of a break. He's been gone since Friday night. So that's been kind of nice. Was able to get a lot of laundry done, a lot of organizing, a lot of cleaning. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. It's going to be a super big week, super busy, because I am going on vacation. I am so excited, you guys. With the COVID-19 shelter in place and working from home and, you know, doing 3 jobs as an essential worker, I'm a little bit burnout. So I'm super excited to be getting out of here for a while. I'm going to be gone quite a bit longer than I normally am when I go somewhere. I actually will be gone for 10 days. So super excited. My daughter, Sarah, her 3 kids, my grandson, Wyatt, my son-in-law, we're all going to fly up to Washington because my son that is in the military finally received a duty station in our home state of Washington. So him and his wife bought a house in the town that they grew up in, and my son's going to be a career military man, but and I think he's got maybe about 6 years left, something like that. But my daughter-in-law did say, she told him that this was her last move. She was moving home and that was it. So if he does get, you know, deployed to somewhere or get sent to another duty station, she says she's not going. So we'll see. But anyway, they just arrived back home last month. So we planned a trip up. We'll be leaving on the 15th and I'll be coming back on the 23rd. So I'm super excited. Haven't seen my son's 3 kids, those 3 grandchildren, for a year and a half. So super excited about that. Excited to have some time at home. Maybe see some friends, you know, do some fun stuff. We'll see. One thing that's going to be kind of fun, anybody that knows me knows that I have sort of a dark, irreverent sense of humor. So, and my daughter Naomi, the daughter that passed away, she was the same way. Her humor was very irreverent, and she, you know, she loved to make people laugh and have fun, and she was just nuts. She was crazy. So, this is something that, you know, some people wouldn't understand, but in a sense, it's kind of the way we deal with things. I said to my daughter Sarah when she was over here about a couple of weeks ago, I said, you know, I was thinking about it yesterday, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, when was the last time that I had all my children and my grandchildren together? And then I thought, wait, I never did. And then my next thought was, wait, I never will. And so I just kind of, something just fell. Oh well, I'll worry about it later. So I just kind of said that to her, and, you know, she gave me a look that acknowledged, you know, what I was thinking and feeling, and she goes, yeah, that sucks. And then we just kind of went on with our day. Well, a couple of days later, she sent me a text, and it said, I just bought a Naomi pillow to take with us to Washington. And I said, what? What's a Naomi pillow? And she sent me a photo of the pillow she had ordered. It's a pillow with a picture of Naomi on it. Kind of a cute, sassy one, which completely sums up Naomi's personality. So, she sent me the picture, and I said, oh, that's amazing. She said, now you can have all your kids and grandkids in Washington with you. And I said, that's amazing. I said, and here comes the dark, irreverent sense of humor part. I said, we can take all kinds of photos with the pillow and, you know, the places we go, and we can just have some fun with it. And so a couple of days later, she posted an exchange that she had had over text with one of her brothers, and it said, I got a pillow of Naomi. we're going to take photos with it. Instead of flat Stanley, it's going to be flat Naomi. So I know it's, like I said, it's irreverent, but Naomi would have loved that. And, you know, it's stuff like that that helps us, you know, keep her memory alive and just helps us cope with this situation. It just acknowledges that yes, we hurt, but Naomi would want us to feel joy. So, you know, it's probably one of the only things that I can do that will, you know, be as close as we can get to having Naomi with us. Also, you know, I mean, even though we've turned it into something kind of irreverent, the text that my daughter sent to her brother was, Mom speaks from her heart and I jump into action. I ordered a Naomi pillow, and that's really true. Again, it's a way of my daughter acknowledging my feelings and just knowing how important that was to me. So that will be kind of fun. It'll, you know, because it's part of my sense of humor, and because I know that Naomi would have loved it so much, I will probably be putting up some Facebook photos of our travels with our Naomi pillow. So that'll be kind of fun. Also, I'm, you know, wanting to hopefully see some friends and extended family while we're there. That's always kind of so tough, though. You know, you go out of town on a trip like that, and everybody wants to see you, but, you know, you're going to spend, I'm going to spend time with my son and grandkids, and my other kids, too. My son, Adam, he lives across the state, but he will be coming over on his days off, his 2 days off. He's a long-haul truck driver, but he'll be over for 2 days. So, you know, I'm really going to spend time with my kids and my grandkids, but, you know, you always want to see extended family and friends and stuff, but it's kind of difficult to figure out how to pull that all off. We do have one really special thing planned so far. Hang on, I need a sip of my coffee. We are going to have, this is another thing that I requested. Sarah and I had gone to visit my daughter-in-law Kendall and the kids, and taken all of Sarah's kids, I don't know, probably, I want to say probably about 4 years ago, so they were all really little, and we got some adorable cousin pictures of them. And so I told Sarah that I wanted to do that as well this time. And so it kind of went from me just kind of thinking that we would, you know, get pictures of the grandkids to, of course, Sarah decided that we needed to do family portraits. So we're all going to be getting pictures. And then they decided that we needed a dress code. So I'm going to have to go shopping, get some clothes that fit within it. So all of that stuff kind of causes me some stress and anxiety, but you know, I will be glad that I did it. I hate getting my picture taken and, you know, trying to figure out the right thing to wear and what's going to look good on me. And I'm going to have to try and see if I can get an appointment to get my hair cut and colored, because if I can't, I promise you right now, there will be no family portraits taken of Grandma. Unless we buy a box of dye and cover up this gray. I don't know. So we'll see. But I know that I will be very glad that we have the portraits. So that'll be kind of fun too. We'll do that when my son is over for 2 days. We kind of planned it that way. So that'll be awesome. Other than that, we haven't really made any plans yet. I think probably beginning this week. Like I said, I'll probably start trying to contact some friends and extended family and see if we can, you know, pull off a way to meet up with them and see them. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. I like to go places, but traveling am preparing to travel cause me a great deal of anxiety. I mean, really, really bad. And the closer it gets to it, the worse I get. So, and this time, of course, I have not only myself to get ready, but my grandson. I mean, he's 14, so he's completely capable of packing his own suitcase, but I don't know. I feel like it's probably going to add an extra layer of stress for me. And then there's all the, COVID-19 stuff to think about and be prepared for. So, yeah, I don't know. Every time I'm getting ready to go somewhere, I always tell myself I'm going to get prepared early. I'm not going to wait till the last minute. I'm going to get myself all ready so that, when it gets closer, I'm not stressed. And then I have a tendency to procrastinate, just kind of trying to avoid it, just avoid the stress and everything. So I really want to try and not do that this time, but we'll see. I already have one thing taken care of. Just kind of goes to show how obsessed and addicted I am. I already have 2 diamond paintings ready to go. The first one's all kitted up so that when I get to Washington, I'll be able to start diamond painting as soon as I feel the desire to. I've got an extra kit in case I finish that one. It depends on how much time I have to diamond paint. Spending time with the kids and the grandkids, I can't imagine I'll have a lot of time for diamond painting, but, I don't know. I just wanted to take 2 pieces. That way, too, if I just, decide that I don't want to work on the one that I have kitted up, I could start the other one, I suppose. But anyway, I'm just obsessive like that. Over-prepared when it comes to my diamond painting, so that'll be really fun. I want to look around in my stash and see if I have a couple of smaller snack size pieces or something to take for the grandkids in case they want to diamond paint with me. I have 3 granddaughters, ages 7, 5, and 4, and the 2 granddaughters that live here in California, they like to diamond paint. They usually will help me with my projects, and they don't diamond paint for very long, their attention span. But my 7-year-old granddaughter, she's quite crafty, and she has, seems to have a little bit more attention span than the other 2 do. That might be because of, just because of her age or whatever, I'm not sure. But she might get into it, so I want to make sure that I have a couple of things just kind of prepared. Small things, because, there's clothes to pack in that suitcase too, but I really want to enjoy my vacation, and if I do have any time to diamond paint, I want to be able to relax and do what I love so much. So that's the only thing I have ready. I did start making a packing list today, started a list of all the things I need to get done. Because whenever you're going to travel, there's so many things, all the things you need to pick up. I need to make sure that my time card's ready to go because I think it'll be due while I'm in Washington. Talk to one of the resident managers here at the shelter about, oh, I'm out of frame. I just realized that. Let's see. At this camera angle, I just don't seem to have a happy medium. Maybe that'll be better. Anyway, like I said, I doubt anybody's really watching. You're probably just listening to me ramble. But, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I've got to make sure that my plants get watered, pick up any travel sizes that Wyatt and I need to take, and make sure he's got enough meds, make sure I have all my meds, all that stuff you gotta do before you go somewhere. So I did start my list. So hopefully you guys keep your fingers crossed for me that I can do better than I usually do and get ready for this without too much stress and anxiety, because when I get stressed and anxious, then I'm grumpy with my grandson, and he has major anxiety too, so you know, my anxiety will cause him to have anxiety, and it's just a big hot mess. So I just don't want it to be like that. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna work really hard on it this week. Just try to, you know, keep that list going and just do a few things each day, and you know, try to find some time to diamond paint and do the things that help keep me calm and centered. I think that'd be really good. So yeah, that's the plan. Let's see. What else do I got to talk about? I don't know. My mind's just so filled with this vacation stuff. It's really all I can think about. It's always kind of tough with the job that I do. I'm a file and documentation auditor for a treatment center. 10 days is going to be a lot to catch up on when I get back. I even considered taking my computer with me and working from up there, at least a little bit, but I decided not to do that, to not be a workaholic and just let it go and let it be okay as far as, like, you know, catching up when I get back. So there's that. So I always, whenever I go somewhere, I always think, oh my gosh, it would be so much fun to make some videos while I'm gone and share those on my channel, and somehow I never do it. Of course, I'm thinking that way again, but it's probably not too likely to happen, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I will. I mean, I record everything from my phone, do all my editing from my phone, so I could technically do that from anywhere too, but it's probably not too likely. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe some photos for my wrap-up whip and chat. So I always have so much fun when I'm with my kids. We laugh. We just laugh so much, and I am just so looking forward to having that time with my grandkids. I'm so happy that Andy and Kendall have moved back to our home state. You know, they have been stationed in South Carolina, in Texas, in Alabama. They were in Alabama most recently. Where else? My son, of course, has been to Iraq and Afghanistan. He's a drone mechanic. So, it's kind of scary sometimes, but wherever things are going on, you know, at some point, he's going to take his rotation there. So, but he loves what he does and he's happy. And, you know, it's created a secure lifestyle for him and the kids and his wife. So, I'm very, you know, supportive and grateful. I'm very proud of him. Very proud that, you know, he does everything he does. I did complete a diamond painting that I'm going to take up to them. It is a holiday piece. I don't really like to give people, like, you know, completed diamond paintings without talking to them first, because how do I know they're going to want to hang it in their house? Holiday pieces, though, seem a little bit different to me because, you know, everybody, well, just about everybody puts up holiday decor, and, you know, holiday decor is just fun stuff that doesn't stay up too long. So I did do a really cute piece, which is, you know, traditional red, whites, and blues, and it says, "Home of the free because of the brave." So I thought that was the perfect piece to take them. I've never given them one of my diamond paintings, so this will be their first. You know, and it's something that my daughter-in-law can just use as part of her holiday decor, and then put it over when the holiday's over. So I'm excited about that too. And like I said, so proud of my son. I thought that was the perfect one to give to him, because that's really the way I see it. You know, we have our freedoms because of the wonderful men and women that have sacrificed so much, all the way from time away from their families to, you know, living on what's a pretty low amount of pay. So they sacrifice, you know, some comforts and sacrifice financially. And, you know, they even sacrifice all the way up to their lives. So I'm very, very grateful to him and all the people that serve with him and all the people that have served in the past. So super excited to take that to them. And like I said, just have some time with my grandkids, have them all in one place. It's going to be amazing. I hope they don't fight. 4 years ago, like I said, they were all pretty little. Gabe hadn't been born yet. So Gabe, I can't remember. I don't think Gabe's actually met his cousins yet. I'm not sure. I don't think so. Because Gabe's only 2. Hopefully they don't fight. And, you know, they're a little bit older now, so hopefully that'll be good. But when we were there 4 years ago, it was very chaotic, very noisy. You know, they were all really little, so it was a little bit difficult. Hopefully this time's going to be much easier. Hopefully there's no jealousy. Hasn't happened in a while, but my 5-year-old granddaughter, when I first moved down here and she first kind of realized, we went to our first event, which was a Christmas event. No, sorry, Halloween event. That was put on here by the shelter. It was a Halloween hall festival type carnival. But anyway, when Elodie realized that the kids that live here were running around, you know, giving me hugs and saying, Miss Karen, Miss Karen, she had a little bit of jealousy. So hopefully that doesn't happen with any of them up there. But I don't know. To be quite honest, if it did, it might be kind of cute. But, and they'll adjust. They'll adjust to sharing grandma. I will be staying with my son and his family. I think Wyatt and Sarah and her family will be staying with her dad. He lives in Washington too. And I can, you know, probably the grandkids will have sleepovers at Uncle Andy's house, so I'm sure we'll be doing that. We haven't really figured out the sleeping situation, other than, of course, I will not be going to my ex-husband's and his wife's with Sarah, so they'll be staying over there and I'll be staying at Andy and Kendall's, so that's going to be cool. And I think we might have Wyatt go with Sarah to Grandpa's house, because, you know, it's important that he get to spend some time with Grandpa too. My ex-husband is actually Sarah and Naomi's stepdad. Those girls were born from my first marriage, but you would never know that. He's one of those men that stepped up and raised those girls as his own, and even after our divorce they were still his own. So we're very, very, very lucky. You would never even guess that they were not his children. The girls had a much closer relationship with him than they did with their own father. Sarah's dad died I think it was about 2 years after Naomi did, of real severe alcoholism. So that was difficult. I think Naomi's death, Sarah did have her dad come live with her for a very short period of time and helped him get into treatment. And he was in recovery for, I think, a couple of years. She helped him get into treatment right after Naomi died. And then I think he lived for a couple of years, but he had relapsed at some point, and Sarah didn't know, and he definitely died of his alcoholism, so it's, very sad. I think Naomi's death was very difficult for him, so that's another reason why I'm so grateful that my daughter has my ex-husband and, his wife to support and love her just as much as I do. So, yeah, so those are kind of the plans. I don't know how much time I'll have to do any recording or anything this week. I still am really bound and determined to do an apartment tour video. There's some special stuff that I've been working on during this whole COVID-19 shelter at home thing, for the kids and to raise some funds for the shelter and things like that. So I would like to try and maybe get some videos about all of that up. Would like to try and do a path video this week, but like I said, it's going to be quite busy, and I know I'll be, spending some time preparing for the trip, as well as working all 3 jobs this week. So we'll see how much I'm actually able to accomplish. I don't know if you guys have been paying any attention. Like I said, I know I usually don't watch people diamond paint, but I've been using that 6-placer to put in all of this color right here. I'm getting the hang of it. I think I can do this. Little crooked maybe. I'm having to, straighten a few of them up, but yeah, this is probably the most I've ever used a 6-placer. Again, Diane, I just really love this pen. It's absolutely amazing. This is the first time I used it. I can already tell that my hand's not going to cramp up. It's not super heavy or anything like that. It's a hybrid. Very beautiful. She got it from BFF diamond painting pens. Yeah, and I like this. And I like the idea of using a 6-placer. That means that I'll be able to get diamond paintings done even quicker, which means I'll be able to buy even more. Yeah. If I can ever get through my stash. I've been on a no-buy. I've been doing pretty good. But, this will help me get through my stash quicker so that I can buy more. Because, you always want to buy more. At least I do. But like I said, I'm obsessed and addicted. So I think at this point, you guys, I'm going to wrap it up here because I do have, that list of stuff that I need to do waiting for me. Wanted to just, have some coffee with you. Tell you about my exciting plans for vacation and, just kind of catch up a little bit. So thank you so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, would love to have you subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when I upload videos to YouTube. If you're a regular here, thanks so much for coming back and all you've done to support me in my diamond painting journey, which has been about a year now. I've been doing this for about a year now, so I really appreciate all of you. If you are new or if you haven't done so, would love to have you join us over on my Facebook group, the Diamond Painting Path Project. I post not really regularly, and it's funny because nobody else ever posts. I think I just need to get more active with it. But what's kind of nice is you'll see exclusive stuff over there from time to time. Photos and updates on stuff that I'm either working on for the shelter or the residents that do diamond painting here with me as part of my diamond painting project here at the Transitional Homeless Shelter, stuff that they do. So we'd love to have you join us. And that's about all I can think of, except I want to remind you guys that we can change lives one drill at a time, even if it's just our own, because when we change our own lives, the entire world around us has to change. Hey guys, you may have noticed that not too long after this video started, I said I was going to insert a little bit of footage that I had filmed earlier regarding how I was feeling about the drills and my drilling experience. I wasn't able to figure out how to do that. Go figure. You know, it's me. It's amateur hour around here. So anyway, stay tuned because that piece of the video is coming up right now. So here it is, Crafty Mint's flag salute. That's what it's going to look like. So far, this is the progress that I've made in about a day. Yeah, about 24 hours I was able to do that much. Hopefully I'll be able to get this done and display here in the house for 4th of July. So far, the drills are not that great of quality. A lot of knobbly bits, a lot of divots, a lot of misshapen drills. I'm being as picky as I can. I don't seem to have a popping issue yet. In fact, I don't know if I can get you close enough to see it, but yeah, it's hard in this light. Oops, there's one. Oh, there's one that's loose. I don't know if that's popping or not. Let's see if I can fix that. There we go. Yeah, it needs a roll, but they're not really popping. I am having some gapping. Look at that. So if you've got drills that are not the greatest quality, I suppose, here's another shot of, oops, I missed one right there, Z. But there's a good shot of some of the gapping. Hope I'm not making you guys seasick, but I want you guys to be able to see this. Not all that impressed with the drill so far. The canvas is nice and sticky. I had forgotten it had been so long since I'd, looked at this one that I forgot that the theme is almost like a camouflage, I think. So I'm interested to see what it's going to look like when it turns out. And we'll just keep going and see. There's a little area I need to finish, but yeah, so that's what we're working on today. Crafty Mint American salute, or flag salute. It is a 60 by 70 square drill with 28 colors. So that's what we're working on.